it's great to see you, man. How was your summer this year?
Summer was great, man. Yeah, did a little bit of festivals, did some acoustic shows, worked on some new music.
Ah,
Things were great. Yeah, it was an awesome summer. How about yourself?
keeping busy. You know what? It's kind of weird. I'm gonna say it was a nasty summer. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it was either way too hot because of humidity, and you know how it is. I'm in Toronto, so by the lake, humidity was horrible, or it was raining like it was the tropics. So you didn't know where you were. Whereas usually a Canadian summer is like, you got some sun, you got a little rain, maybe a storm once or twice, but not like this, man. This was crazy.
It was a confused summer for you, was it?
Yes. Speaking of confusing, why am I seeing a little bit of a tail bouncing back? What the hell was that? I know we're going into Halloween, but you got gremlins there or something? What's
It's
going
not my
on?
tail. It's not my tail. No, well, there's six animals in the house, so you're bound to see a tail or two walk behind me.
Oh my gosh! What? Dogs, cats? Who are? Yeah, I
Well,
do.
that's Sophie behind me. So we've got
That
two
was
dogs.
hilarious.
They're two shepherd mixes and four
Mhm.
cats.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
realize you were such an animal lover, man.
Oh yeah, I have been my whole life ever since I was a kid. My first job I ever wanted to do was to be a wildlife biologist.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in elementary school. So wildlife biologist, marine biologist. I wanted to be a paleontologist, anything with an ologist at the end, apparently. So I've always loved animals. I love being in the outdoors. I love camping. I've always had dogs. So yeah, they're a big part of my
That,
life.
That's cool. It's funny. I remember as a kid, at one point, I wanted to be a forest ranger, but I was a Boy Scout. But the thing was, though, I can't take mosquitoes, so that that changed things up for me. But look, how is it that you could leave your six kids all alone while you go off on this amazing tour with two of the best country artists on the planet?
Right. I mean, two absolute legends, but it's actually eight kids. There's two stepkids in there as well, so can't leave them out. So it's a full life. It's a full house, but man, I love it. It's fantastic. But it is hard to leave. Let me tell you, it is hard to leave. But I also love what I do, and being on the road, coming up here with the two Jasons. I think I should maybe change my name to Jason. So we're Jason cubed, but no, the Jason Blaine I've toured with before. We did the Yeartown Throwdown tour with Derek Rattan back in 2013. So we became fast friends during that tour, and I've gotten to know McCoy over the years as well. And I think he's absolutely brilliant. He's just an absolute seasoned pro. So to be on the road with those two guys, I'll definitely learn something from them. Even though I've been doing this for a while too, we're always learning something from each other. And they're just such good guys to boot. So I'm looking forward to the hang and singing each other's songs every night.
Now, there's a reason why it's called 2.0. And I don't want to give too much away, but there was, I'm just to say, there's a reason why there's a 2.0. I want you to finish it off, please.
Yeah, 1.0 was a huge success. With Michelle Wright and Doc Walker and McCoy being on the first one as well. It's great to have him back for 2.0. So to follow in the footsteps of some Canadian legends in Doc Walker and Michelle Wright is pretty fantastic. So yeah, we're looking to continue the momentum and build on what 1.0 built. They did a tremendous job. So they're still booking some shows, I think, with those three acts. So I'm looking forward to being a part of this one.
Now, the thing was with the first one, which I'm going to assume is going to happen with the second one, there are a lot of shows. The shows were all great. People assume, oh, because we've got the same three artists, it's going to be the same show. That was not the case in the first one. And I got to assume it's not the case in the second one because you guys are, the artists know how to mesh together. There's magic. And any kind of different magic can happen in every different show.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've said my whole career there's no two shows that are the same. You could even have the same venue with the same people, the same act on stage, but it's totally different. There's this exchange of energy and everybody's energy shifts from day to day. So that's the magic of being an entertainer in front of people, is that you find this way to connect with your audience. And I think it's a really important part of being up on stage is finding that, whether it's verbally, visually, energetically, there's something that's connecting you with your audience. And being up on stage with McCoy and Blaine, I mean, they know how to do that really well. They're fantastic entertainers, and not to give too much away, but I've kind of said it already. We're going to be on stage together, sharing a lot of things. So if you've been to the 1.0, you kind of know what the setup is. It's not your traditional one after another after another. We're one band, and going to be poking shots at each other, and it'll be half stand up, half music. So it's going to be very entertaining.
I was going to get into that because, respect, friendship, knowing each other's music. I mean, that's really where the magic comes in because, again, it's almost like you're presenting all of those things on stage in front of the fans.
Absolutely. And it's funny. Sometimes, we'll be backstage, we'll be on the bus, and we're doing impressions or jokes or humor that we kind of just, we shut off. Okay, it's showtime. We go up and we do our show. But, I think a lot of that's going to carry over, which is really going to loosen up the audience and make people feel a part of the show and hopefully leave them wanting more.
One of the things that's great about Canadian country or even country music in general, and I've said this, and no disrespect to any other genre, you guys know how to treat fans. And when I say treat fans, I mean you guys can do a 5-hour show and then turn around and say, okay, head over by my bus. I'm going to start signing autographs and take pictures and do another 2 hours. I don't know if you guys are actually going to do that, but how much interaction is there going to be with fans getting a chance for meet and greet and pictures and things like that?
Yeah, there's going to be lots of opportunity for that. And we've got VIP packages as well. So there's going to be full access. So we understand the importance of our fan base, and wouldn't be the same if we show up and there's nobody in the seats. So yeah, I think it's kind of ingrained in us. I know the country world. I don't know the other genres, but from my experience, there seems to be this ingrained appreciation for the fan base. Because it's so loyal. I see the same people come to my shows multiple times. Like it's an incredible thing as an artist to see that. So yeah, any chance we get to appreciate or to say hi or shake hands or whatever it is, we try to make the most of those moments for sure.
Because this is 2.0, new merch?
Yeah, yep, you got it. There'll be some new stuff out there. So, yeah.
So when is the show running? From what to what? When does it begin? How is it running through? Because we are going into the fall season and winter as well.
You mean how long is the show going to be?
Yeah. Like how many shows? How many? Is it just one? Is it several? How's this all going to work out?
Yeah, so we're looking at close to 40 shows total.
Wow.
Across Canada. So we're trying to hit all the markets that we can, from east to west. I know we only released a few shows, and some people get upset when we don't announce them all because we think we've missed their place in the country. But we're going to do it in 2 parts. So half of it's going to be in the spring, the other half's going to be in the fall. So if your town hasn't been announced yet, just hang tight. We've got about 40 shows that we're gonna announce here. So.
Okay, so what else is going to be happening for you when the winter rolls around? Because we are going into the Christmas holiday season. What's happening with you with that?
Yeah, I've got one show in the books right now. It's for Hockey Day in Canada. It's going to be in Canmore, Alberta. So
yes!
That's going to be fun. Ron McLean's going to be in town. I'm going to be able to put the skates on and skate with some NHL alumni guys. So that's going to be really special. It's always nice when you have shows in the wintertime because it's generally a quiet time for us artists. But when we're out there singing our songs, it's a bonus if the snow's falling. So, but other than that, there's going to be lots of writing and finishing the record. I was just down in Nashville recording this next single, which I should hear from my producer in about a week, and I'm extremely excited to hear this one. And we'll be looking to release that in the first quarter of 2025. So it'll probably just before we go out on the road, there'll be a new single coming from me.
Fantastic. Now I want to go back again. When's the first show? Do we know yet?
Well, right now I believe it's March 8th, but we're working on some other shows as well on the front end of that haven't been fully confirmed. But As of now, it's the beginning of March. We'll be heading out.
Okay, fantastic. Look, I'm going to be putting this interview up early anyway. So as we speak, we're still going into Halloween. So I'm curious, what was your favorite Halloween costume growing up?
I think I was, I think I was Dracula about 8 years in a row. I think I updated the fangs and got like a cooler cape and, got really good at the face makeup. But for some reason, I was obsessed with being Dracula from when I was like, I don't know, six till my, yeah, six till about 12. I don't know when do you stop trick or treating?
I think it's supposed to be around 11 and 12. If you hit
Yeah,
13, people start like the parents will start going, wait a minute, let me
yeah,
see some ID kind of thing, right?
yeah,
You got too much.
exactly, right.
You probably had a beard at 13.
Actually, it was grade seven. So yeah, that would have been around, yeah, 12, 13. I had my sideburns. I've had sideburns since I was about 12 or 13. And then at about 14, I got my first razor, electric razor. And as soon as you could hear that, like, I thought that was the coolest thing. It's like, I got
There you
whiskers.
go.
I'm a man now.
I love it. The other thing too, because after Halloween, we go into the Christmas season. What would you say was your favorite Christmas gift and why growing up?
Favorite Christmas gift? Oh, man. Well, the first thing that came to mind was, well, I was such a huge hockey player, right? I played
Yeah.
hockey my whole life, and we didn't have a lot growing up. My parents were absolutely amazing and did everything they could to make sure that we went through sports. So I would have hockey gear under the tree, and I would be absolutely stoked. And one year, my sister got me a hockey stick,
Oh,
and it was a hockey stick that I had one. They're wood sticks back then, right? But I
yeah,
was
yeah.
super stoked to get this brand new Bauer wood stick with Lindros on it. And I said, the first goal that I score, I'm going to dedicate it to you. And she happened to be at the first game, and I scored, and I pointed up to her with my hockey stick, and so that was a pretty cool memory. So
I
yeah,
bet you she got a Canadian Tire. Had to.
good chance. Or Source for Sports. That's usually where I got a lot of my hockey gear. So
I love it. Well, look, man,
yeah,
I'm going to let you go. I want to say congratulations on being part of this tour. I know it's going to be amazing. Those
thanks,
other
Rudy.
guys are great. Looking forward to the new music. So hopefully you and I'll get a chance to talk about that. If we don't get a chance to talk, look, man, have a great rest of 2024 and definitely would be looking to forward to talk to you in the new year. Be safe, my friend.
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate you, pal. Thanks a lot.